Well, let's try this again. Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred on this date in years past, both recognized by other historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander. We probably will be joined by the Golden Loon here in a minute. And of course, you, audience member. Today is Moon's Day, aka Monday, March 6, 2023. So, let's jump into the history today, shall we? Starting us off in 1079, Omar bin Ibrahim al-Kajim completed Jalali calendar. Okay. So the Jalali calendar completed on this date, way back on that time, so cool. We also have 1521, a Portuguese navigator, Ferdinand Magellan, discovered Guam. Alright. Well, that's cool. So, welcome to the known world, Guam. 1831, Edgar Allan Poe, court-martialed and dismissed from West Point Academy for gross neglect of duty and disobedience of orders. Good old Edgar Allan Poe. I can't pronounce things. Yeah, I did not know he was dismissed and court-martialed. Like, wow, holy crap, dude. Like, 1835, Volume 1 of Thomas Carlyle's famous work, The French Revolution, A History, was accidentally burnt by a maid using it as a fire starter before its publication. Carlyle rewrote it. Alright, good. So, stupid maids, dude, seriously, like, what are you doing going around just grabbing random papers, like, oh, this is a good thing to burn? Stupid. Stupid. We got, I believe this is when the Alamo fell, 1836, the Battle of the Alamo. After 13 days of fighting, 1,500 to 3,000 Mexican soldiers, overwhelmed the Texan defenders, killing 182 to 257 Texans, including William Travis, Jim Bowie, and Davy Crockett. Yep. Remember the Alamo! Remember it. 1851, Diane Bouquetal's play, Love in a Maze, premiered in London. Okay. Then we have La Traviata, in 1853. Giuseppe Verdi's opera, La Traviata, premiered at Teatro La Fenice in Venice, Italy. Alright. And look at that old top hat. That's a cool top hat. Let's see here. 1857, Dred Scott decision. U.S. Supreme Court ruled Africans cannot be U.S. citizens. What the hell? Wow. I don't have any other words for wow. Ugh. Well, let's get into better news here. 1865, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln's second inaugural ball. All right. Thank you, the great emancipator. Despite what the Supreme Court is doing, what the hell? Wow. 1869, Dmitry Mendeleev presented the first periodic table of the elements to the Russian Chemical Society. Yes, a chemist and inventor of the periodic table of elements. And I remember at this point last year, or at some point last year, Alice and I were talking about how the periodic table has grown since she was in high school, and it has grown since I was in high school too. So, like, I'm not sure if there is a limit to the amount of elements. There has to be, I don't know. But, the table of elements is ever growing, which is, like, truly incredible to think about. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
And you are?
The Golden Loon.
Of course, yes. I was just talking about the table of elements. I'll reread this for you.
Okay.
On this date in 1869, Dmitry Mendeleev presented the first periodic table of the elements to the Russian Chemical Society.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, I was just talking about how I don't remember when it was last year, but Alice and I we had a little bit of a banter session because the table of elements has grown since she was in high school. And it has grown since I was in high school. So I was just thinking, would there be a finite amount of elements? Because if we can synthesize things, then, imagination is just a limit.
Well,
so,
something else, I imagine, does steel have an element? That was created.
I believe so.
Like copper, Cu, gold is Au, Ag for silver.
Yeah. Iron is Fe.
Yeah. So, and who knows when they're going to discover other elements? You don't know.
And I just wonder, like, 100 years from now, like, is the table of elements going to be twice as big? Those poor high school students in chemistry, like, have to learn all this crap. So, but yeah, anyway, oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Before we move on up here, like,
That is cool, though.
there was something else here. It really blew my mind. 1857, Dred Scott versus Stanford. The Dred Scott decision, U.S. Supreme Court ruled Africans cannot be U.S. citizens. What?
Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, I know, right? The Supreme Court. That blew my mind.
Oh, my goodness. Huh.
I know, right? That blew my mind. That was 1864, did I say? Yeah, no, 1857. So that was right before the Civil War. So maybe there was a lot of, Southern Democrats, in the Supreme Court at the
That's
time.
going directly against the Constitution, and that's what they're supposed to do, is determine what the Constitution means. That's why they had a bill to declare blacks actually only 2/3 human, so they didn't have to include them as all people.
Well, no. The whole thing about here's the thing. I learned about this not too long ago.
Okay.
The whole two things thing was a compromise. The North wanted them to be full-on people.
Yeah.
The South didn't want them to be anything.
Right.
So the North took a step down and said, okay, can we meet in the middle and say at least 2/3? So it was more of a compromise. It wasn't only giving them 2/3. It was dealing with the South and knocking them down.
I understand.
So a lot of people don't realize that. Up until recently, even I thought, it was just, just give him 2/3, I'll shut him up. No, that's not why.
No. But the bill failed. That's the
okay.
That's the fortunate thing. It actually failed. It didn't pass.
Ah.
But that was they were trying to subvert the Constitution, because the Constitution flatly says all people are created equal.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. Like, that's why they were trying to say, like, certain people aren't actually people. And that's where racism and tribalism,
is what the compromise was, what you're saying.
But
the bill didn't pass.
But humans are humans. DNA proves it. We are
of course,
all. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. We are all one.
That blows me away from that Dred Scott.
I know, right? Anyway, let's get back on track here. 1901, in Bremen, an assassin attempted to kill Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany. Holy crap! He was the guy, who led Germany during the First World War.
Yeah.
Kaiser Wilhelm. Someone tried to kill him. Dang. 1909, here's this guy with a
Yeah, back.
Gerhard Hauptmann's play Griselda premiered in Vienna. Griselda, is that the sister of Hildy? 1915, Greek King Constantine I fired Premier Venizelos. Alright?
Venizelos?
Venizelos. Eleftherios Venizelos. Okay.
Excuse me. Close enough.
Yep. We got a contract of interest. 1922, Babe Ruth signed 3-year contract with New York Yankees at $52,000 a year. Yeah.
They've had his contract in there a couple times now.
Yeah, 52,000, 1922. So let's see here. Get rid of that. 1922.
We did this for a $70,000 one,
Yeah.
which was a little bit later. We signed a few days ago.
It's the equivalent of the purchasing power of $926,002.38 today. All right.
Still underpaid.
Yeah, still less than
By
a million.
today's standards.
Oh yeah. 1933, FDR declared a nationwide bank holiday to shut down the banking system, pass the Emergency Banking Act, and restore public confidence. We spoke about that yesterday.
Yep.
So I guess this is when he actually, slammed it down. I guess he announced it yesterday, what we were talking about. Oh, by the way, something else that happened today was the fall of the Alamo earlier.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
It took I think it was like 16 days or something. I don't remember.
Sure.
I remember a couple weeks ago I reported on when it first started, when they first started,
Oh, okay.
hunkering down. So it
Yeah.
took a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But eventually they did fall.
They sure did. Lost Davy Crockett. And
Jim Bowie.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1933, Maxwell Anderson's play Both Your Houses premiered in New York City. Okay. He looks like Stephen Colbert.
A little bit.
Yeah. We got the Battle of Mendelein, 1943. Erwin Rommel's Axis forces counterattack in North Africa to delay an attack by the British on the Mareth Line in Tunisia. Yep.
Rommel.
Yep. The Desert Fox.
Yep.
1943 as well, Sukarno cooperated with Indonesia's Japanese occupiers, forming the Postat Tengah Rakyat, the center of the people's power. So this is when Japan, occupied Indonesia.
Okay.
Like they did a lot of stuff. They occupied a lot of places. 1945, George Nielsen of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, received a patent for the Merce modern trampoline.
Hey.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever been on a trampoline?
I have not.
Wow.
Yes, I have. Sorry. Like, what? It's been so long. I was thinking about yesterday, like, riding home from, picking up some stuff at the Quickie Mart yesterday. Yeah. On the radio, it was like, oh, blah, blah, this date in history. I think it was, like, Whammo patented the Frisbee or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I didn't cover that. I was mad again. I was like, nah.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool one.
Yeah,
That's
it
one
is.
you don't want to miss.
Yeah, but speaking of trampoline, so this guy patented the first modern trampoline. So
Frisbee's right there. Well, even beyond, it's lived much longer than the hula hoop.
oh yeah, no, it was a hula hoop, not the Frisbee, the hula hoop.
Oh my God!
Thank you. I knew it was one of those cheesy plastic things. So it was
I
a
don't
hula
know if the
hoop.
hula hoop's still around, but the Frisbee sure is.
Yeah.
So.
Which, by the way, speaking of trends and everything, like I was watching a Tim Pool video yesterday, and at one point they were talking about rollerblading. You know how you always see people like with skateboards going around, people, but like you don't see rollerbladers anymore, because
just regular skaters, huh? No rollerbladers.
Well, no, there's no roller skaters, no rollerbladers, just skateboarders. And they were going on about like because back in like the early '90s and stuff, rollerblades, it was a thing.
Yeah.
And there was many more people rollerblading than there were skateboarding, but
doubt that.
No, yes, there was, but skateboarding, got all the got all the press. They got all the media. It was like the X Games, like Tony Hawk. It got the cultural significance, and then so that goes on to the next generation. But people who rollerbladed didn't really necessarily because they were kind of uppity, they were kind of so they didn't pass it down to their next of kin, if they had any at all. And meanwhile, everybody's always you gave me a skateboard, for Christ's sake.
And you broke your wrist.
You broke my wrist.
I didn't break your wrist.
You shattered my wrist in half. Anyway,
here we go. Right.
1951, the trial of Julius Rosenberg and his wife Ethel Rosenberg began for providing top secret information to the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a couple of these families.
Yep.
There's like 3.
Remember them?
Yeah.
I mean, I was really young, but I still remember it.
Yeah. Well, like there's like three different couples, to my knowledge, I believe, that shared Soviet secrets to the Soviets.
Yeah.
Of course, the Rosenbergs.
The only ones I remember are the Rosenbergs.
Yeah. 2 years later, in 1953, Malenkov became a chairman of the USSR. Georgy Malenkov.
Never heard of.
Neither did I. 1955, Dutch premiere of Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot. All right. And actually, Stalin died yesterday, right? I believe.
Oh, yeah?
Hold on a second. When did Stalin die? March 5th, yes, 1953. And this is 56. So this is the guy who, okay, because I've seen the movie Death of Stalin.
Okay. And
there's this one guy, like he has like really big jowls and such. Well, not big jowls, but like he has jowly.
Yeah.
Georgy, hold on a second, Melenkov. So hold on, let me check this out here. Let me get another Google. Death of Stalin. Malenkov. Images. Let me get some. Okay, that's who I thought it was. So this guy is, this is the actual guy, but he took power right after Stalin died.
Oh, okay. He didn't last too long then, I guess.
No, he was because Soviets do well, not just the Soviets, but
Is that the same guy, younger picture? Is that it?
No. That's the actor who played him in the movie.
Oh, okay.
So, but no, like he was eventually like overthrown in a coup by somebody else who was then overthrown. It became just like like Game of Thrones, just killing each other.
Khrushchev stabilized the whole thing, I believe.
Yeah, Khrushchev.
Nikita
Khrushchev. Okay, yeah. So Khrushchev was played by Steve Buscemi. So yeah, but he killed the guy above him, which was what was this guy? Melenkov. All right.
Khrushchev's the only leader that I remember personally, even though Stalin was still alive when I was around, but I was too young to really remember him.
Did you hear what you just said? You were alive when Stalin was around. That is remarkable.
Yeah.
Like,
why?
You know, well, because like,
I'm still here.
Well, no, because the historical significance. Like, you know, for the same thing as whenever I say, like, I was alive during the Soviet Union the last few years, but I existed in a world where that existed.
Yeah.
You existed in a world where Stalin existed. You know, that is crazy. You know, just the history.
Well,
you know,
go back to the birth of the Soviet Union right after World War II. That's when I was born.
Well, the birth of the Soviet Union was during World War One.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, they were well established.
Under Lenin, and then Lenin died, and then Stalin, you know, being the trickster he is, or that he was, maneuvered himself to like be the only guy.
Yeah.
So Anyway, let's get back on track here. 1955, Dutch premiere of Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot. Okay. Now, the rediscovery of Dred Scott's grave, 1957, the centenary of Dred Scott's slavery court decision marked by rediscovery of Scott's grave. Oh. So, 1857, this was a Dred Scott. Remember I was talking to you about?
Of course I remember.
So Dred Scott. Yeah. So they discovered his grave and they rediscovered that court decision. Wow, so it was buried.
Huh.
Can you imagine that just discovering that, being like, holy crap, the Supreme Court ruled this? What the hell? No wonder they buried it. 1959, 11th Emmy Awards, Playhouse 90, Jack Benny Show, Raymond Burr won.
Jack Benny.
Yep. 1964, boxing legend Cassius Clay joined the Nation of Islam and changed his name to Muhammad Ali, calling his former title a slave name. So this is when he changed his name to Muhammad Ali.
I remember that well.
Yep. My girl, my girl.
Oh, God.
1965, the Temptations single "My Girl" reaches #1 on the Billboard Pop Chart, written and produced by the Miracles members Smokey Robinson and Ronald White. My girl, my girl. Ooh. I can't sing.
No,
1967, Second Academy of Country Music Awards, Merle Haggard and Bonnie Guitar won. Bonnie Guitar, what a name.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody's played her. Hey, we got a cricket debut, 1971 Test cricket debut of Indian cricket great Sunil Gavaskar versus West Indies at Port of Spain, 125 tests, 10,122 runs at 51.12, 34 test centuries. Okay.
Please, someone tell me what that stuff means. Please.
1 year later, are you sure you want to know?
Cricket.
1972, Jack Nicklaus passed Arnold Palmer as golf's all-time money winner. Huh.
Yeah, there's a couple great golfers. My goodness.
Well, you know what? 100 years from now, I don't think anybody's going to be sitting on a beach drinking a Jack Nicklaus.
No.
So,
but there'll be some Jack Nicklaus golf courses around, just like there are Arnold Palmer golf courses. They designed them.
Ah, all right. Got some more sports history. 1976, in his 10th title defense, WBA light welterweight champion Antonio Cervantes of Colombia was beaten by 17-year-old Puerto Rican boxer Wilfred Benitez in a 15-round split decision in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Benitez, youngest ever world champion.
17, I guess so.
15 rounds, though. Well, that's 45 minutes.
Huh?
That's roughly 45 minutes.
3 minutes around.
Yeah.
Try to stay in a boxing ring for one round, and you'll die.
Yeah.
Of exhaustion.
Screw that. While that was going on in 1976 as well, the World's Ladies Figure Skating Championship in Gothenburg was won by U.S. Dorothy Hamill. Mm-hmm. All right. 1978, Hustler publisher Larry Flint and his lawyer was shot by a militant white supremacist sniper in Georgia, leaving Flint crippled and wheelchair bound. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, what's his magazine?
Hustler.
Hustler.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Why would a white supremacist be shooting a white guy? That's weird.
I don't know all that part of it.
Is he
white? I know
white?
he was shot. Yeah.
Huh.
I know he was shot. That he was left in a wheelchair from it.
That's insane.
Who shot him? I have no idea.
Yeah. 1980 Emmy. They know that they know enough about the guy being a white supremacist. So whoever it was. Anyway, 1980.
So the label goes there.
Yeah. we have the Emmy 7th Daytime Award presentation. Susan Loki lost for the first time. Huh. Okay. Got another film in TV history. 1981, Walter Cronkite signed off as an anchorman of CBS Evening News.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just the way it is, or whatever it was. Still have yet to figure out what that slogan was. You know, remember?
Yeah, we were talking about that. Maybe that's right. I can't
Well, I looked it up, and it wasn't yielding any results. So, 1983, Helmut Kohl's CDU-CSU won West German parliament election. What a name, Helmut. 1983, revival of George Abbott, Richard Rodgers, and Lawrence Hart's musical On Your Toes opened at Virginia Theater, New York City, running for 505 performances. 1985 as well, Eno Slaughter and Archie Vaughan were elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Slaughter. What a last name, Slaughter.
Yeah.
Dude, he should have gone to the military, you know, like, become a sergeant and then gone into wrestling and be the real Sergeant Slaughter. 1985 as well, future undisputed world heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson knocks out Hector Mercedes at 1 minute 47 seconds in round 1 of 4 in Albany, New York, in his first professional fight. He came out swinging. BAM!
Yeah. Oh, he was a tough puncher.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've seen it, like, in The Hangover. He, like, whacks the guy, remember? In the hotel room?
Oh, yeah.
In the Air Tonight. 1985, Yul Brynner appeared in his 4,500th performance of The King and I. Holy crap.
That's a bunch.
That sounds like, if there can be if there is an equivalent, you know, of typecast for stage plays, he is the epitome of it.
Meaning what?
You know what typecast is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, like he's 4,500th, you know, as the King of Siam.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he is the King of Siam.
No one else can do that role for sure.
Yeah. We also have 1991, following Iraq's capitulation in the Persian Gulf conflict, U.S. President George H.W. Bush told Congress that aggression is defeated, the war is over. Yeah, for now. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
We kind of had like a mini form of like the World War I, World War II thing with the Gulf War, you know, and Operation Enduring Freedom. So, anyway, we got some film and TV history. 1995, 9th American Comedy Award, Rodney Dangerfield. I say no respect.
I get no respect.
Somebody compared me to Roger Dangerfield. Back in my old WoW days, they said I was a Rodney Dangerfield of WoW because I got no respect. And that's actually when I first figured out about him. Like, I had no idea who he was or any of that.
Take my wife, please.
1997, Picasso's painting Tite de Femme was stolen from a London gallery and was recovered a week later. Tite de Femme. Let's hope it's not a naked lady. Please don't be a naked lady. Okay, it's not. Huh, that's a weird painting.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me.
It's gotta be Picasso, right?
Yeah, I just said Picasso.
Yeah.
That reminds me. Let's see if I can actually find it. Painting upside down. I don't think this is the one, but there's like meme. If I can find it. Okay, well, I can't find it. I think this might have been it, but the art gallery or the museum or wherever it was, they had hung it upside down.
Oh, really?
Well, how could you tell?
Yeah. Well, the painter could.
Yeah. Anyway, 1998, British Union flag began to be flown full mast over Buckingham Palace whenever British monarch not in residence, following change of protocol after the death of Diana, Princess of Wales. So wait, when did she die? She died on August 31st. So yeah, I remember that. A while ago. 2000, 15th Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. Eric Clapton, Earth, Wind and Fire, Love and Spoonful, The Moon Glows, Bonnie Raitt, James Taylor, Nat King Cole, Billie Holiday, Hal Blaine, King Curtis, James Jefferson, Scotty Moore, Earl Palmer, and Clive Davis. Wow.
Why would it take Nat King Cole so long to get in there, man?
Well,
who knows?
You can always go, the race card, that.
He's too great of a singer. That's just Mr. Voice right there.
I don't know. Better late than never.
Yeah.
I agree. Because I've heard that name. He's an old, thing, right?
He's been a long time. I don't know when he died. But
1965. Wow.
Yeah.
So wow.
Died of lung cancer. I think.
So it took it
really young, it's pretty young age too.
It took like 25 years after his death for him to even get into the. Wow, that's awful.
No, I think his daughter now is an actress, but she didn't want to use his name. I believe. I may be mistaken. Nat King Cole's daughter. Look that up for me, would you?
Nat King Cole. Natalie Cole, Casey Timbaland.
No, I got something else.
Natalie?
No.
Okay. Alright, gonna move on up to 2000 as well. Longtime Boston Bruin defenseman Ray Bourque was traded to the Colorado Avalanche. Alright. We also have another album released in 2012. Columbia Records released Bruce Springsteen's 17th studio album, Wrecking Ball. Not to be confused with, I don't even remember her name.
Then we can't confuse it.
Okay. 2017, U.S. President Donald Trump signed his second executive order barring travelers from 6 mostly Muslim countries for 90 days, but left out Iraq. Yep. Because those, we don't want terrorists.
That was the point.
So,
yeah.
One second. I need to. Don't want to end up like Ed, so.
Yeah.
2018, Forbes named Amazon founder Jeff Bezos the world's richest person for the first time at $112 billion. Bill Gates at number 2. So I remember them talking about when Bill Gates was the richest.
Yeah.
Bezos, and then I believe the next in line is going to be Elon Musk, maybe?
I have no idea.
So,
how far back was that? When was that declared?
2018, Jeff Bezos.
Okay, so it could be
5 years. Well, let's see here. World's richest man. I think it might be an Indian. Bernard Arnault, chairman of LVMH, is the richest person and the richest man in the world with a net worth of $186 billion.
And what was Bezos' worth in 19 or 18?
2018, 112.
So.
Wow, it's really gone up.
Yeah.
Next to that is Elon Musk.
Ah.
So, LVMH. I've heard of LVMH. What is LVMH? Luxury goods company. Oh, Louis Vuitton. That's why. Yeah, Louis Vuitton and Moët Hennessy. I remember the name because I reported not too long ago when the anniversary of their merger.
Ah, okay.
So. Anyway, we got a canonization in 2018. Pope Francis announced that murdered Salvadorian Archbishop Oscar Romero will be made a saint. All right. Cool. 2019, Facebook head Mark Zuckerberg revealed plans to turn the social media platform into a more privately focused platform. Yeah, sure. Sure, buddy. Yeah, you keep saying that. 2019 as well, it's kind of another jackass. LeBron James scored his 32nd, 293rd point in the second quarter of the Lakers' 115-99 loss to Denver in LA to pass Michael Jordan into 4th place on the NBA all-time point-scoring list.
He's now broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time points list. He's number 1 now.
Wow.
He did it this year.
You know what? I would not be opposed to just wiping his name from everything just because of what he said. I don't want him to be associated with. He's ruining the good name of basketball. Just by existing. 2021, Tibetan spiritual leader Dalai Lama was vaccinated against COVID-19 in Dharamsala, India, and urges others to do so. I don't think he did it willingly. But anyway, what?
Nothing at all. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. Did I tell you? I had a Twitter conversation back in 2019 with Tibet.
What?
Yeah. With the Tibetan Twitter.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, way back in the day. Back when I had a Twitter, I tweeted at China, hey China, F you, hashtag free Tibet.
Ah.
And then a day or so later, I got a private message from Tibet, and we just had a little chat.
Ah.
So I almost started an international war, and then Tibet open correspondence with me.
Like you did have a little chat with China.
Maybe. Anyway, we're going to, before we move on to Burst of Death's audience, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? What about you? Like anything? Like
Oh yeah, the Scott.
the Supreme Court thing? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Of course, that was insane.
Yeah,
That's
that goes
um,
unbelievable.
but of course, the fall of
Lenin,
no. Well, Stalin died
Stalin.
yesterday.
I mean, yeah.
That was yesterday. But the Alamo, the fall of Alamo.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
and the periodic table.
Oh, biggie.
You know?
Yeah.
So and just an assassination attempt against Wilhelm II. Like a lot of big stuff happened today. But yeah, audience, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Anything you wished we had elaborated more about? Anything you would have liked to say had you been here? Start a dialogue in the comment section. We will, correspond. Anyway, going to move on up into bursts. Starting us off in 1340, we have John of Gaunt, English son of King Edward III, first Duke of Lancaster, founder of the English Royal House of Lancaster, born in Kent, died in 1399. Wow, so that's a lot of stuff.
Lancaster, isn't that in the California desert, little city out there, Lancaster?
I think so.
Different thing.
Oh. Oh, wow. We have, I like this guy's name. 1459, we have Jacob Fugger, Fugger the Rich. What a Fugger. German banker and merchant, so rich he financed kings and influenced politics. Born in Augsburg, Holy Roman Empire, died in 1525. Whoa. Wow. Well, I mean, like, that was several hundred years before all the Rothschild stuff was going on, so this Fugger set the stage. We have Michelangelo.
Yes.
One of the Ninja Turtles, born on this date in 1475, Italian sculptor, painter, architect, and poet of the High Renaissance, David, ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, born in Cyprus, Tuscany. Holy crap, this guy was in everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, there's Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, and Raphael, the 4 Ninja Turtles.
No comment.
Casimir Pulaski, 1747, Polish military leader known as the father of American cavalry, born in Warsaw, Poland. Huh. Died in 1779.
But he ended up here in the American cavalry?
Yeah, I believe, like he came, I remember, like he helped the Revolutionary Forces and helped, George Washington and all that stuff, or like right before it or something. Because like he died in 1779,
Yeah.
the war, I believe the revolution was still going on. So actually, and he wasn't that old. Yet killed in action when he was mortally wounded by grape shot in an attempt to rally fleeing French forces during a cavalry charge.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So he died during the revolution. He fell for us. A Polish
Someone
guy.
I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Wish you'd heard of some of these people. That's nice. I'm glad I heard of them today.
Well, see, like with our education and with generally any education, we focus on the first and forefront, the founding fathers, like George Washington, Jefferson, John Hancock, all that stuff. But then of course there's Rochambeau, who came over here and tremendously helped us.
Yeah.
And then of course
That's
Pulaski.
Frenchman, right?
Yeah, Frenchman. So people remember the Americans, then they remember the French. By the time it's down to remember the Polish, who helped us. The bin's empty.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyway, we got Elizabeth Barrett Browning, 1806, English poet, sonnets of the Portuguese, born in Kellow, Durham, died in 1861. I don't think she's related to Browning, the arms manufacturer.
No.
So,
but I remember that name well. I wish I could remember some of her work, but I remember Elizabeth Barrett Browning, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't remember what she's done, but.
Yep. You know what, Elizabeth? Let's see. Elizabeth Barrett Browning. So I'm just going to pull up her Wikipedia, add this into the other bar of the description, so anybody who's interested could go check out what the internet has to say about her. But, let's see here. Publications, Prometheus Bound, Spiritual Influence. Well, let's see here. Elizabeth Browning works. I was trying to find a list of works. How Do I Love Thee? Sonnet 43, 1840.
Oh, How Do I Love Thee? Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Let me count the ways.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you to count the ways. George Dayton, 1857, U.S. businessman, founder of Target Corporation. Born in Clifton Springs, New York, Target.
Really?
Yeah, founder of Target.
No, I get that.
Okay.
I'm just stunned.
Yeah, born on this date.
Yeah.
Died in 1938.
I wonder when he founded Target.
When was Target?
It'd be fairly old, I would think.
1902.
Ooh.
Woo! It's been around for a while.
Wow.
And it looks like they were well, that's not a grocery store. That looks like jewelry to me.
I don't know.
Huh. Yeah. Designed as a discount version of Dayton's department stores.
So it is a department store. That's what I was thinking of. I didn't know if they had them in 1902.
So Dayton had his own thing, and then he made an offshoot, and then the offshoot became the primary. So the student became the master, essentially. We also have Mola Mallory, 1884, a U.S. Norwegian tennis player, U.S. National Championship 1915 through 18, 20 through 22, and 26, born in Mosvik, Norway. Huh. We also have Lou Costello, 1906.
Hey, Abbott.
Yep. U.S. comedian and actor in the Abbott and Costello show, Who's on First? Born in Patterson, New Jersey, died in 1959.
One of the all-time great bits. Who's on first?
Yeah. We also have William H. Webster, 1924. He's 99 today. Still alive. A U.S. judge, director of the FBI from 1978 through 87.
No, go ahead. Finish it.
And director of the CIA from 87 through 91. Born in St. Louis, Missouri.
I have to go back to Abbott for 1 second. You'll remember this. Niagara Falls.
Slowly I turn, step by step, inch by inch. I gave him a right and a left, and I bumped him in the noggin.
That's Abbott and Costello.
Yeah. Alan Greenspan, 97 today, born in 1926, a U.S. economist, presidential advisor, and chairman of the Federal Reserve of the U.S. from 87 through 2006, born in New York City, New York. Can his glasses get any bigger?
Yeah.
I mean, look at those things.
No, he had big old glasses,
He has, windshields on his face, dude.
He had a nose to hang them on.
Yeah. Gabriel Garcia Marquez, 1927, a Colombian novelist, short story writer, screenwriter, and journalist. 1982 Nobel Prize in Literature. Born in Aratacca, Colombia. Died in 2014. Aracacaca. Wow. It's hard to spell. We have Valentina Tereshkova, 86 today, born in 1937, a Soviet cosmonaut and the first woman in space on board the Vostok 6, born in Masilnikovo, Russia. It's really too bad Yuri Gagarin isn't around either, though. But the first woman in space, you know. Once again, the Russians defeated us, So. Willie Stargell, 1940, a U.S. Baseball Hall of Fame outfielder / first baseman, 7-time MLB All-Star, World Series 1971, 79, MVP, Pittsburgh Pirates, born in Earlsboro, Oklahoma, died in 2001. Look at that old hat.
Yeah.
That is an old hat.
Yeah, he's a big guy. I remember him. Willie Stargell. He died fairly young. 61 or something.
Yeah, 61. Stroke. Another stroke victim. We got David Gilmour, 77 today, born in 1946, a British rock guitarist and vocalist, Pink Floyd, 1968 through 2004, or 14, Comfortably Numb. I like that song. Born in Cambridge, England. He's 77. And I like his choice of attire. Again, his t-shirt. Hell yeah. Drink up. You're going to say something?
No.
Okay. Alan Davis, 1966, British comedian and actor, Jonathan Creek, in QI, born in Loughton, Essex, England. He's 57 today. Look at that. Wow. Dude, brush your hair, dude.
Yeah.
We also have Shaquille O'Neal, the Diesel. Hey, 51 today. Happy birthday, Shaq. 1972, a U.S. Baseball Hall of Fame basketball. Baseball, what the hell? U.S. Basketball Hall of Fame of center, 4-time NBA champion, 3-time NBA Finals MVP, Olympic gold in 1996, born in Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Shaq.
The Diesel.
Yep. Agnieszka Radwanska, 1989, a Polish tennis player, WTA Finals champion 2015, born in Krakow, Poland, 34 today, and I will not try to pronounce that again.
No.
So, and then we're going to we're going to move on up over to deaths. Starting us off at 766, we have Shro D. Gang, church reformer / Bishop of Mainz, died at around the age of 50. Henry Pelham, 1754, was a British Prime Minister for the Whig Party, 1743 through 54, who introduced the gin axe, died at around the age of 57. Gin axe.
I have no idea what the gin axe is.
Davy Crockett, 1780. Well, he died in 1836. Yep.
He died today.
Yeah.
At the Alamo. Wow.
Yeah, American frontiersman, adventurer, and politician, killed at the Battle of Alamo at the age of 49. Huh. Louis, actually, you know what? Hold on a second. Yeah, James Bowie, 1836 as well.
Got the other one.
Yeah, no, and that's why I scrolled back up. I'm like, wait a minute, there's other people here. U.S. pioneer, James Jim Bowie, U.S. pioneer and soldier, Texas Revolution, and died during the Battle of Alamo at 39. Wow. Yep, and James Butler Bonham, a U.S. lawyer from South Carolina and soldier. So they all died. William B. Travis, U.S. lawyer and soldier, died at the Battle of Alamo at 26.
Yay.
Huh. Anyway, Louisa May Alcott's 1888, a U.S. author, Little Woman, died of a stroke at 55. Gottlieb Daimler, 1900, German engineer and inventor, designed the first motorcycle.
Ooh.
Died at the age of 65. You know what? If it says motorcycle accident, I'm going to piss myself laughing.
No.
Let's see here. Okay, no. But that would have been funny.
It would have been funny.
I have a dark humor. I'm sorry. John Philip Sousa, 1932, a U.S. composer and march king, Stars and Stripes Forever, died at 77. Yep, a band leader, with the the little pole and everything. Yeah. Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr., 1935, U.S. 59th Supreme Court Justice from 1902 through 32, died of pneumonia at 93. Man, look at that stash, dude.
Yeah.
That's a powerful mustache. We also have Georgia O'Keeffe, 1986, a U.S. sculptor and painter, cow's skull and flowers, died at 98. Cow's skull. Let's see here. Georgia O'Keeffe. Here we go. Cow's skull. Yeah. I spelled that completely wrong. Okay. Oh, okay. So she painted that or sculpted that, or that's just a cow skull. Okay. We also have Kirby Puckett, 2006, a U.S. Baseball Hall of Fame center fielder, 10-time MLB All-Star, World Series in 1987 and 91, ALCS, American League Championship Series, ALCS.
American League,
Championship Series, Most Valuable Player of 1991.
Yeah.
6-time Gold Glove Award for the Minnesota Twins, died of a stroke at the age of 45. Man,
oh, jeez.
that's young.
Yeah.
Nancy Reagan, 2016, was a U.S. First Lady from 81 through 89, died at the age of 94. Outlived her husband, unfortunately.
Yeah. Ronnie.
Yep. Henry Richard, 2020, Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame center, record 11 Stanley Cups, 9 times NHL All-Star, Montreal Canadiens, died from Alzheimer's disease at 84. And that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar in the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of Passive Insanely, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific Time, which is 11 Mountain, 12 Central, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give about 1 to 2 hours after that time for uploads to be uploaded onto the other sources. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I am Yo Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection. Rate 5 thumbs and subscribe. Toodles!